The moon landings never happened, and NASA proved it themselves. They proved it with Apollo 13. Now, if you care to look on the internet for yourselves and find out the stories about Apollo 13 and the terrible accident that happened, there was an explosion on this craft, and well, you know, they had to carry on all the way to the moon and use their retro thrusters to turn the craft around and propel themselves back again using rocket thrust back to the Earth. Well, in that they admitted that none of that was possible. Simple reason is this: they could not stop the craft in space and make it come back, and they said that themselves, that it's not possible to do so. NASA admitted that it's not possible to stop the craft in space, turn it around, stop it and make it come back. It can't happen. Instead, they carried on the lie by saying that they had to continue travelling to the moon and use the moon to orbit to turn back and come back to the Earth. But when they went to the moon, what they would have to do was use their retro rockets to turn their craft around so that they could use the thruster to propel them back to the Earth. Well, there's one small problem with that story. It should begin with once upon a time. Having admitted that they could not use the rocket to stop Apollo 13, turn it around and make it come back, they then proceeded to tell us that they used the moon's gravity to do that, which sounds fair enough, but there's a problem. Then they said that they used the thrusters from Apollo 13 to turn the craft around to point the rockets in the right direction and fire the rockets and send Apollo 13 back to the Earth. There is no atmosphere around the moon or on the moon. There's nothing there. So it would be as possible to do that as it was impossible to stop Apollo 13, turn it around and fire it back. It can't happen. It's a lie. And the sooner that everyone realizes that, really, honestly, the better. You've all been taken for a ride. There are no equal and opposing forces in space. NASA admitted that with Apollo 13. Please do the research. You really need to realize what liars these people are.